Hello everybody and welcome to week 11 of the M9 Tour Modified Series here in Sidewinder Racing Leagues. This week we're going to be doing a double header race, so we're going to start out with New Hampshire Motor Speedway, which we are underway for qualifying for that race right now. Time's up on the board. Dustin Navoa, no surprise there, on the pole for the moment. Looks like Giglio just behind him. It's 29.82. The car's out on track. Scherer puts in a 31.5. Ken Zimes looks like starting his first lap. All right. Looks like Zimes going to put it 5th on the board. 20 seconds left in qualifying. And 14 of the 16 cars going to put in a time. Alrighty. We'll get set for race number 1 of 2 tonight. Now make sure to stick around after this New Hampshire race is over. We'll be getting ready for New Smyrna. This event going to be a 35 lap race, and the next one I think is 40.
All right, thanks for coming out to
sorry, 50 laps for New Smyrna.
35 laps here. Start of the race is on green. After that, it's on leader. Race after that.
We're just getting gridded up here.
Yay.
Oh, pole sitter disconnects from the race. Had an internet issue, same with, it looks like the 33 of Frank Klein. Would have been his first career start in the modifieds, but looks like that's going to have to be held off. Possibly going to be able to get back into the race in time, but not going to be starting on the grid here tonight. But here we go. Starting grid. Looks like Blake Giglio going to be the leader to start this race off, but Dustin Avoa would have been the pole sitter. And then behind that, Mike Christopher going to start third tonight, where he should have been. Ryan Honeycutt going to start fourth. Ken Zimes in fifth. Josh Emerson going to start sixth tonight. Frank Klein, who's not able to start off this race, would have started seventh. Now we're going to start in the back, or maybe not at all. And outside of him, Pat Catalano in eighth. Quinn Newton going to start in ninth here tonight in the 97. Cliff Mullins in the 37 going to start in 10th. We got row number 6. Jeremy Clapper Newell in 11th. Gatlin Downey starting in 12th. And beyond that, we have Jeremy Scherer in 13th. Daniel Well in 14th. Joseph Madigan, who also did not grid up, in 15th. And Scott Elston running at our 16-car field for tonight. And at 85, here we go. Pace car going to pull off. Green flag in the hand of Barney. And the green flag is out here in New Hampshire. 13 cars going to take the stripe. 3 cars not able to start this race off. Looks like... Oh, we don't have Navoa in here. I thought he might have joined back. Looks like they're going to set this one out. Oh, they're wrecking already. Cliff Mullins. One of those involved. Oh, several cars involved in this one. Only a 35-lap race, and we're already wrecking on lap 1. It says lap 2, but that's not correct. It shouldn't be.
Beep.
Yeah, it's not correct. Not sure why it's doing that.
Got it.
iRacing for small people putting them on.
See if we can fix that, but let's look at the replay in the meantime. See what happens toward the middle of this field. Looks like the 73 in front of the 4. 73 gets loose on the banking transition, catches the 37, the 05. Look at that from Cliff Mullins' perspective. Oof. Nowhere to go.
Anyone know what the RPM is in that thing?
Not too bad damage though. Oh, never mind.
I was asking what the RPM
Looks like the
was.
21 pulled right out in front of him. Oh man. So as I was saying, his car was fine. Makes heavy contact with the 21, and now both of those guys probably gonna have to take extensive repairs. I think Cliff took his fast repair right there. Yeah, that car looks brand new. Oh boy. Alright. Lap count is correct now. Don't know what that was about, but... Good call. Yeah, hey, I apologize for that. We don't have the playoff drivers highlighted. Not going to be able to do that for this race, but I will have that for the next one. I knew I was forgetting something tonight. I can see if I can bring up who our playoff drivers are. Alright, so I'm just going to list them off right here. We have Patsy Catalano, Jeremy Clapper Newell, Quinn Newton, Travis Scrumetta, who was unable to make it tonight, Michael Christopher, Scott Elston, Josh Emerson, Ryan Honeycutt, Daniel Llewellyn, Mike Morkid, who also I think did not start this race, Cliff Mullins, and Jeremy Scherer. So, like I said, I'll have the graphic up on the left side for the next race, which will start after this one, but unfortunately not going to have it up right now. Alrighty, pace car lights are out. We'll get this race pretty much started once again. Didn't really get going at all before that caution came out. Another thing, I think most of the playoff drivers have windshield banners on. Thanks to you, Adam and Chet, for making those. We got Honeycutt, looks like he has his on. Quinn Newton. Jeremy Scherer. About half the playoff field put him on. Not bad. Okay. Mike and Chris, we're going to lead us to the green this time. And there it is, green flag back in the air. Oh, somebody gets wicked loose on the bottom right there. That looks like Ryan Honeycutt. Able to gather it up and file back into fourth. Oh, Mike Christopher almost tagged the outside wall. He got really wide off too right there. Now Ken Zimes trying to make the move to the inside of Honeycutt, but Honeycutt makes the move to the outside of Blake Giglio. What a power move right there. Pretty much tubbed Blake. Just ripping that outside lane. Gonna get a big run off the corner right here and be able to clear Blake, and he's got his sights set on the lead. Caution's out. Josh Emerson around in 3 and 4. Looks like Pat's Catalano involved as well. So what should be a quick race right here, nice 35 lap sprint, is turning out to be a full length race in terms of the modified length. Let's see what happened on their second caution of the night. Emerson, deep dive into turn 3 and the car goes around. And wow, something completely unrelated happened to Patsy, it looks like. So we saw Emerson go around by himself, and then Patsy almost did the same thing Emerson did in the first caution and just snapped loose on that outside lane. 2 innocent spins, nobody really in contact, so they just went around and brought out the caution. Looks like Emerson takes down pit road right here. Probably going to take some tires. It'd be a fast repair, I had to imagine. Looks like right side tires for that 73. Possibly lefts as well.
Could I get all my ways back?
I don't think it works that way. Not sure of the rules on that.
So it looks like
whoever just connects to the package loss.
Dustin Navoa has returned along with Frank Klein. 2 laps down for Klein, 5 laps down for
He
Navoa.
just can't make up the little starting playoffs.
They're wondering if they can get their laps
What
back.
happened?
He wants all his waves back. Like all his
Fortunately,
5 laps back
precedent
when he
has
lost
been
the
set in SRL that does not really happen.
Yeah. We can't do that.
Oh, Honeycutt blinking now. We're gonna lose some more cars.
If I were in the playoffs, would I get my last back?
No. Trust me, been there, done that, brother. Thanks to Xfinity, the not so sponsor of the channel. They've ruined a few of our broadcasts.
And 3, you gotta come around.
Bacon Pit Road. Alright, so we're gonna go green about a third of the way through this race. Just under. No, we're going green this time, so right at a third. He does a backflip. The way some of these, oh man, the way some of these guys driving here, like we saw last week, they may do some backflips. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's kind of like a mechanical failure. Kind of, you know what happens. But I got, you know, it's worth a shot. I don't blame him. All right, here we go. Green flag back in the air. Got about 3 more cars than we started the race with. Oh, Daniel Llewellyn right in front of us. Gets turned.
Do I get lane?
Yeah.
Yeesh.
I'll take the top.
Thanks for the meatball.
You hear on the radio, you get some meatball flag from that.
I don't know how we're wrecking in a modified.
Oh, the 73 has been involved in this in every single caution so far tonight. This one, I don't think that's going to be on him. Looks like just off the nose of 96. The 96, mind you, 5 laps down. I don't think he meant to do that, obviously. It's just a little close to the bumper, I'd say, for 14th. But yeah, that kicks off a huge wreck right here. 73 down into the 23 and the 4. 23 up into the 96. Then collects the 99. And I think the 76 also gets caught up in it. So 6 total cars with heavy damage in this one.
Guys, it's 35 laps. It's not that long. Let's get this just over with, please.
Hello.
Taking the top here. I don't know if that's better than everything. Green, green, green. Yellow flag is out. You got it.
Hey Blake.
What's up?
Can we stay off my back bumper?
Beep, beep.
I'm not trying to have any Oxford 2.0s going on. I kind of want to race.
Well, it'd be fun if we didn't have the accident moment.
I mean, you wouldn't like a playoff guy, would you?
Have you seen the things I've done?
Yeah, I've seen it at Oxford.
Shit, I could go look in some replays of, any other car.
Yeah, he's not very good.
I don't think you're gonna get to me. I think we're gonna have to make cautions every time you get back up to my bumper. I'm just gonna throw yellow.
Yep. Hey, if you can throw a few more yellows, get me back up on the lead lap, I'll show you boys what a race is.
Aye. Bye. Oh my. Thank you guys. Muted it to clear my throat and then like a genius just left it muted. Okay, anyway. Going to go green with probably 13 laps to go in this race. Yeah, I think we've had a total of 4 or 5 green flag laps. It has been pretty rough so far.
I'll take the top again.
Honeycutt gonna take the top again. Seen where pretty well from last time.
Really, I did that work shit on the windshield. Blake, quit tire cheating.
See here, Honeycutt scolding Blake. You can see him just locking that left front up. And he said tire cheesing. What he's doing right there, it's actually the right front, I'm sorry. What he's doing right there is getting the heat in the right front, in the brake rotor and the tire. And that's going to give him a lot more turn off the restart. There we go. Honeycutt in control. And the green flag back in the air. Honeycutt with a good start. Giglio with not so good of a start. Quinn Newton's going to get to his outside. Newton not going to flirt with that line. Oh, he is a little bit. Got to be careful. he's gonna fall back. Oh, the 73 gets loose on the bottom, it looks like, but those two saved it.
Guys.
Josh Emerson and several others wrecking in the backstretch, no caution. And Emerson.
I got it.
Oh man. He can't get out of the tires. This is a bad situation for him. He desperately needs points. He's one of our playoff drivers. Here he goes, gonna get it back fired up, but that left front is disconnected. And he's probably gonna have to go down pit road right here. Here come the leaders. So we'll look at that at our next opportunity. I'm doing great tonight, man. Thanks for asking.
Oh my god, you're going 6 times. Get off the track.
Oh. And Joseph Madigan telling the series admin to get off the track. It's not a good course of action.
That's definitely not the way you want to approach something like that, for sure.
If anybody watched last week, I think it was the 54 got into it with Mike and started wrecking him under caution, and you've noticed the 54 is not here this week, so that's short track racing. All right, here we go.
Middle back.
So Mike, once again, going through 3 and 4. That transition gets him again. Tries to save it. 21 makes slight contact with him. 76 not involved. He just wanted to tell him over the radio he thought he should park it, so.
It might be, I apologize on that. I didn't know where to go. I wasn't there. You're right on my lap when you try to correct and stay there. So, sorry.
All right, so 10 laps to go. We're under caution for the 5th time tonight in 25 laps. That's bad.
Lucky to come in and slow down.
This is New Hampshire. We have 16 cars in New Hampshire. This track has plenty of space. Just, I don't know, everybody trying to push the envelope too much, I think. Blake is just flat spotting his front tires like crazy. He's gonna be death wobbling once this race restarts. If only iRacing had flat spots. Looks like one to green right there. Nope, I'm sorry. Barney's confusing me out here. Alright. So let's see what happened with Emerson. Forgot to look at that. Under green. So 73 car above the 21. The 76 comes up. And I don't think the 73 expected him to be there. And the 23, I don't think he had anywhere to go. Let's get an aerial view of that one. See, the 76 has a run on the top, and you know, I'd say just kind of didn't go all the way up to the wall. I mean, 73 does not have much room on the bottom. He's got about a half a car width, and well, the 76 kind of using up all the real estate on the top line. And you know, when you're 3 wide like that, you got to give more room to the guys on the bottom, and he did not. 23 did get in there a little hot, well admit. Let's see. We're wrecking on the top. Yeah, I don't think he expected the 73 to come back down. So that's going to give him a heavy damage. But here we go. We're 2 to green. I'm sorry, 1 to green. With 6 laps to go when we take the green flag. See if we can finish this out.
got Giglio there putting heat in them tires, trying to get as much heat in those tires as he can for this restart.
Yeah, a lot of tire smoke on the backstretch from him. All right. 5th restart tonight. See if we can make it the last one.
Green flag, green flag.
Oh, Quinn Newton out of shape on the top line. Does a great job saving it. Gonna hold on to 4th, but under attack from Jeremy Scherer. Side by side for the lead. Honeycutt on the top, Giglio on the bottom. Oh, Honeycutt out of shape. Keeps his foot in it. And keep in mind, Blake is not in the playoffs. He's a part-time driver, so Honeycutt's really just got to take this home. He's got a good points night.
But you gotta believe that Honeycutt would really love to just get this dub here and not have to worry about the next race.
Caution is out. Patsy Catalano gets wrecked onto pit road, and his right front is killed.
Lick on them, stuck on them, everything. Like, you can have a big fat load on it.
What?
That's the only time I let that whole restart. Like, hey, fuck it, we ball.
All right, Catalano going to take that fast repair and get back out on track. I don't think he'll lose a lap. He'll even come close, so probably just going to get an EOL here, and he'll be fine.
Oh no, not the championship leader.
It's kind of important because he was your regular season points leader.
Yeah, but he did get 6 extra points for that regular season championship. Oh, the 76!
We gotta go and check
Oh
this
boy,
out.
I can't wait to see what happened right here.
Yeah, 3 of them.
So you're going to see the 76 of Joseph Madigan jump out to the top and loses it the same way he scolded Michael Christopher for just a few laps ago. Interesting. Very interesting. And he's going to catch Patsy Catalano up in that playoff driver. Just minding his own business back here. And kills his race car. Going to have to start in the back on the restart. A lot of non-playoff drivers causing issues here tonight. But like you said, he was the regular season champion before I got cut off on that replay. And got 6 extra points from that, plus 3 points for each of his 2 wins. So he's starting out this round with 12 points on everybody else who did not get bonus points. So he can afford to have a bit of a bad race in this one. But he's definitely going to have to show up at New Smyrna in probably about 10 minutes. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. We're going to have a bit of a break in between. And we'll be back for some more short track racing, a 50-lap feature event at New Smyrna. But first, we got to close this one out.
Nova, it won't get back. I'm gonna put points.
You might
on
wonder,
race.
are they going to carry some of the aggression and whatnot that's
Haven't you seen
happened
a bunch of the Broncos
here in New
going on
Hampshire
every
into that New Smyrna race or not? How much of a factor that
I'm
could
getting
be?
EOL, Frank, so I'm not concerned.
Well, they saw me.
All right, 1 to green. Honeycutt in control of the restart once again. And I think as long as he does everything right here, he's just got to go 2 laps. He should be able to hold on to this thing. Just needs a good restart. And can't make any mistakes, that's for sure. Looks like Frank Klein almost got all of his laps back. 1 lap down right now, sitting at 14th. Josh Emerson is also still on track after that incident, 2 laps down. That's going to kill his playoffs. He needs a good race at New Smyrna, but it's a long road from here. Oh man, we're getting squirrely on the restart. Jeez. It's like, I think that was Ken Zimes who got a little squirrely, but didn't lose any time from it. A huge send from the 96 on the bottom. He's just out there having fun. Honeycutt, Giglio is right on his bumper. Honeycutt slides it into turn 3. Saves it really well. That was good for him. He needs the points. Just needs to take it home with a podium. He may lose the win right here, but it's to a non-playoff driver. That could have been real bad for him. That's the mistakes I'm talking about. I think he had a mirror full of Blake Giglio and just lost focus for a second. And Giglio takes over the lead. We're on the white flag lap. And he's going to come off turn 4 and win New Hampshire. Giglio, Honeycutt, Zimes, and Sharon Mullins, Christopher Newton, Llewellyn, Clapper, Catalano, Madigan, Scott Elston, and Gatlin Downey with a broken car. Not sure how that happened, but he's going to come across the line right here. Take home 13th. We'll get an interview with Blake.
Alright, I'm here. Anybody else want to fucking hit me?
Head to dgsracing.com and click the red snake, and that'll bring you to the Sidewinder Racing League's Discord, where you can sign up for any one of these series on any day of the week. I'll get that posted in chat. All right, get a word with Blake Giglio. Hey Blake, it's Lucas. Got me?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey man, well, you started second on that restart, I think, and you know Honeycutt was well in control of those restarts for the last half of that race, but made that mistake into turn 3. You capitalized on it, got around him, and took it home in first. How was that race for you?
Yeah, it was good. I got really scared when I saw him sideways in front of me. I didn't really know what to do. Everyone was telling me I hit him, but I didn't hit him. I looked at it and I thought, you know, maybe we touched barely, but we didn't, and I'm glad that we didn't. He is a playoff guy, so. But I am glad to be able to get my first modified win of the year. Hopefully we can go back to back.
Absolutely, man. Well, you know, I don't have much for you. What, you know, we do have to ask you, what are you looking at for New Smyrna? I'm sorry, for the next race here in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, just like this one. You know, maybe not. Probably get some more green flag racing in, knock on wood, I hope. But, you know, Dustin will be on the lead lap, so we should have some good racing for sure.
Absolutely. Well, is there anybody you want to thank for the win tonight?
Yeah, Shutch Broadcasting, CC Racing, Artemis, LoJD Sports. Lucky, you know, for broadcasting too. You know, I don't know if he broadcasts or not, but Shut's lucky anyway. And yeah, everyone that helps put this on.
Absolutely, man. Well, thanks for talking to us, and we'll see you in about 15 minutes.
Thanks.
All right, that was Blake winner tonight, and we're going to take a break. Like I said, join us in about 10 to 15 minutes for the start of the New Smyrna race. But for now, we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are at race 12 of the M9 Performance Modified Tour this week. Well, you just joined us 15 minutes ago. We were at New Hampshire. Now we are at, if I can spell it, I was going to do it on the fly, but there you go, New Smyrna. And qualifying underway for this one. She's my camera. All right. Oh, Honeycutt quickly jumped by Dustin Navoa, who puts it on the pole. Pat's Catalano puts on a 16.99. He is one of our playoff drivers, and looks like still slightly has the points lead after New Hampshire. So he's feeling pretty good in this one, I would have to say.
To that corner.
John Elston looks like spun at the conclusion of his first lap, so we're gonna have to put it all on the second one, or possibly not. I don't think it. I think that might have been the second lap, unfortunately. Well, it looks like it's an 18.16 in. We'll see if we can improve on the second lap. He will, but not by enough. A 17.61. Looks like 13 cars going to put in a qualifying lap here tonight. Not sure what's going on with the barometer right here. Does not look right. I tried it, and unfortunately I don't think it's gonna work. So we're gonna have to bring up the old one. We'll have it for next week, I can guarantee that. Alright, and 30 seconds left in qualifying. I don't think anybody else is going to get out on track. Alrighty. Get this second half of our doubleheader evening underway.
Same rules as last time, you guys know the deal. Have fun.
It's going to be interesting for the mindset shift that these drivers are going to have to go from having been in a rhythm in New Hampshire to now having to get in a rhythm for here at New Smyrna.
Absolutely. Definitely going to be a completely different way of driving this place. Got a lot more banking, a little bit shorter. And going to be a lot of bottom feeding here.
We'll find out shortly if any residual tempers that may have flared up in the previous race carry over to here or not. Because this shorter length of track is usually prone to bringing out certain things when things don't quite go the way that someone hopes.
I'm surprised you can even see it.
Alrighty, looks like we got everybody gridded up. Let's go through our starting grid for tonight's race. Dustin Navoa does it again. 1684 in qualifying, puts him on the pole this race. Then next to him, Blake Giglio. That 61 car, gonna put it second here tonight. Ryan Honeycutt gonna start in third. And Pat Catalano in fourth. That's what he needs it for his point situation. Mike Christopher. Oh, Navoa did something. I don't know. He stopped down there. But Mike Christopher gonna start fifth tonight. And outside of him, Ken Zimes in 90. Behind them, Cliff Mullins in the 37. Gonna start seventh tonight. Joseph Madigan gonna start eighth. He's outside. Quinn Newton behind them in ninth, and then 97. Frank Klein looks like gonna be able to start this one. Did not disconnect. And then 33. Jeremy Scherer gonna be starting behind them in 11th. Josh Emerson on his outside in 12th. And a few more cars. We got Daniel Llewellyn 13th, Jeremy Clapper in 14th, and Scott Elston in 15th. Running at our 15 car field here in New Smyrna.
I might even have motor damage. We're about to find out.
And here we go. Green flag in the air.
Rolling good. Who was that? Oh, by the way.
Oh, they're wrecking in four. Jeremy Scherer slides to the inside of the racetrack and no caution. I think Scott Elston also involved. Daniel Llewellyn slow in 1 and 2. The rest of the field continues on. Heavy contact between the 13 and the 96. Oh, again, the 96 goes around this time, and that's going to be the first caution of the night.
He just hooked that good.
All right, well, we're watching that one live. Let's see if we can get an aerial view of it.
Right, you kept going, right?
Let's back it up to 1 and 2 because they made contact there as well.
I think we just
The
got them
96,
together.
I mean, you know, I think you expect a little bit more room from the 13, but I don't know how this track drives with these things. I don't know if you can even give that room. Now the 96, you can see right there,
I appreciate you.
clipped the apron a little bit. Hooked the corner good, but caught the apron. The car slid back up into the 13. And I'm surprised the 13 didn't get pushed into the outside wall. He's pretty fortunate to not have that happen. But everybody else is going to avoid the 96 car. And pretty innocent spin, I'd say. But that's going to put us under caution. And I can't see anything out of that. You know what? Full transparency, I'm just going to fix our cameras right here while everybody's watching. Where I did this last time we were at this track, and it just did not save. Alrighty. One to green right here. We're gonna go green, back to green here on lap number 8.
Green, green, green.
Green flag back out. Giglio gets a really good start. That's Catalano fighting on the inside of Ryan Honeycutt. Trying to take away that second spot. And it's tough being on that outside. Honeycutt is just getting roughed up, but he does prevail. 3 and 4, Catalano loose. 1 and 2, does a great job saving that race car. He's gonna hold on to 4th. He's bleeding spots right now. Gotta get that car under control.
Patsy, I apologize. That was really nasty. I really
Awesome.
Giglio up to a half a second lead over Honeycutt. Honeycutt, Ken Zimes right behind him. Trying to find a way through that 13 car. Catalano just behind those two as well. And then a bit of a gap back to 33 of Frank Klein holding on to the top 5. And you have Michael Christopher and Quinn Newton, 16 and the 97. It's always good seeing those two cars together. Emerson, who needs a good race after the horrible ending to New Hampshire for him. He finds himself in 10th. Needs to make up 7 spots on Daniel Llewellyn, which he is doing right now. Daniel sitting in 15th, 8 seconds behind the leader. And Emerson, if he holds this spot, I think he ties Llewellyn. But he needs to get a few more spots if he really wants to feel good about it.
Go ahead, Doug.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah,
Takes the outside one right there. Just lets Dustin Navarro go. I think he figured it's better to let the guy go than fight him in the more spots.
Oh, my goodness.
Honeycutt still in second. Giglio still out front. Hasn't really pulled much of a gap since we last checked in on him.
Just drive through me, how about that?
Oh, the 73 we were just talking about. And the 23 plows right into him. Oh, man. Heartbreak. He does have a fast repair, but he just went a lap down. This track a lot shorter than New Hampshire.
That's definitely gonna make the night a little bit harder than it already was with him having to try to make up for New Hampshire's finish for sure.
He was sitting in a good spot.
Hey, Clip, that was fun.
Felt like he had a good shot. And
Yeah, but
oh, just made contact with the 76. And then I think just figured the rest of the field had gone by and pulled out in front of the 23. Like Madigan just decided to turn down. Well, that's a sticky spot for Emerson now. He's gonna take the tires, probably take a fast repair right here, but finds himself at least a lap down. And Daniel Llewellyn looks like he's on the lead lap, so oh, he might have gone a lap down right there. Emerson is 2 laps down. That is very unfortunate. Daniel, I don't think he should be on the lead lap right now. We're gonna go look at that. We're gonna see where he was in relation to the leader when he left the pits. Oh, that's close. But he does not beat the pace car out, so he should be a lap down right now.
Yes, that's correct. Simple. I just wanted to know if it was real like
and he's going to give up those spots. So that is very unfortunate for him as well.
Yeah, the only SRL league that actually did the correct points for him.
Daniel
In my opinion.
had a 4-point lead. Elston, don't know what that was. Okay. Anyway, he had a 4-point lead on Scott Elston, which is he's definitely lost now. He's out of the cut line. I think Elston moves himself in.
They do.
So a tight battle for the top 8 going into the next round, which this race is the cutoff. So we're going to keep an eye on that throughout the rest of this race. Right now, Scott Elston, those 2 cars a lap down, is in. Honeycutt Zimes, top 3. Catalano and Frank Klein, 5th. Pretty much the same running order we've had for the past 10-15 laps. But Justin Novoa is climbing his way back up the grid. The running order, sorry. After that incident, I think on lap 3 or 4.
Looks like Llewellyn in that 23 car with the newer tires is trying to race to get his lap back here. His first and second are coming out of turn 4 here.
Oh, really? There were sparks coming off of those bumpers. That's how close Honeycutt got on the exit of 2. And pretty much moves Giglio up the racetrack in 3. He was so close to the bumper on entry. I think Blake just kind of decided to give him the bottom. Oh, contact off of 2. Still door-to-door, door banging off each other in 3 and 4. Honeycutt trying desperately to get by the 61 at Giglio, but he just can't do it on the bottom. The top lane is really good for defending position. And they are racing so hard. Giglio does clear the 13. And I think at this point he's just got to block the top. If he lets the 13 get to his outside.
I don't know where to go.
Oh, a little bit of a bumper from the 13 of Honeycutt. Gets into the 61 of Giglio. And now they're side by side again. Hard racing. Honeycutt is roughing Blake up. I don't think Blake's going to have any of it. Yeah, he sends the bumper to the 13. didn't really do much, so I'm sure we'll see some more. Gets to his inside. Not gonna be able to do much right there. Now Blake is a part-time driver, not in the playoffs, so you know, even though Honeycutt did rough him up, I don't think Blake's just gonna go out and flat wreck him for that. It was just short track racing, but he's definitely not gonna do him any favors at this point. He's just gonna race him normally how he would anybody else. But that's allowed Ken Zimes in the 90 to close up on these two. Yeah, those two, they were racing hard. It was bound to get some neck up at some point. They were so close. They're so even on speed. You know, Honeycutt was right on Blake's bumper, but they swapped positions, and now Blake's right on Honeycutt's bumper. Top three, just I put them all under a blanket. They're working as one single organism right now. We're going to take 10 laps to go this time by. This race flew by a lot quicker than the first one, and that's putting it lightly. Not a great camera. We'll bring out the blimp cam here. Brought to you by iRacing. A bumper to the 13 sends him up the racetrack. Now Blake to the inside, and the 90 is Zimes. Trying to get to the inside of Blake on exit. Gives Blake the bumper. They're just bumpers everywhere. And he turns the 61 into the 13. And they're wrecking on the backstretch. No caution. No caution. I don't know how that is possible. Honeycutt's got to get this car moving. There he goes. All right. So just trying to get it straightened out again. And ended up bringing out the caution, which I'm sure he's thankful for. Shoo! Alright, lots to unpack there. I think, honestly, this is going to start with the 90.
What do you say?
So we're going to follow him into the corner right here. 90 of Ken Zimes. Gets to the rear bumper of the 61 and just lays into him all the way through the exit of 2. And turns him right into the 13. Not much you can do about that from Blake. I mean, he gave Honeycutt the bumper back here, but it was a nice square bumper into the corner. Same thing Honeycutt gave him. 90 did lift that time, so I don't know why he didn't lift the second time. I'll be honest. He didn't let off. A little confused by that. See if we can get a view of this. Not really a great view anywhere. That should do. Alright, so you can see the two the Nerf bars right there, the crash bars. They're in contact the whole time. And that's going to be what does it. It's not horrible, you know, it's not like he intended to turn them or anything. It was just, I think, a little aggressive, considering there was a playoff driver right next to these guys. It'd be different if they were both, you know, by themselves, two part-time drivers. That wouldn't be a huge deal, but it really sucks for Honeycutt that he got caught up in that. Luckily, I think he's sitting decent on points. Just finished his top 10. He should be all right, but doesn't look like he took a fast repair. So I think he might be out of it. Out of fast repairs, and that's gonna be terrible for him.
Yep.
That changes everything.
No.
So playoff
Affirmative on the
implications
negative.
on that wreck.
I am on no tires.
It's like Giglio took it down pit road, took 2 tires that time.
I pitted
Yeah, quick
earlier, but
repair.
I didn't take a fast spare because I got
Same
done.
with Jeremy Scherer, took 2 tires.
10-4, I did. I thought you
Scott
would hit
Elston
the tires,
and
but,
Llewellyn.
he was second.
And Daniel Llewellyn got the lucky dog on that one. So that gives him an opportunity to drive back into these playoffs. If he can finish right here, he's got to stay with Scott Elston. Scott Elston is the one he's racing for this. Emerson being... Yeah, so Emerson being 2 laps down, he's got to get his laps back if he wants any shot at it. Llewellyn's just got to stay right behind or in front of Scott Elston, and he should make these playoffs for the round of 8. We'll be watching that, but here we go. Green-white checkered attempt. Ken Zimes out front. Can Frank Klein do anything? Quinn Newton up in the 3rd in front of Patsy Catalano. They're side by side for 4th place. But Ken Zimes takes the white flag. Off of 2, no contest. Nobody's going to get to him. And he's going to roll through 3 and 4 and take the win here at New Smyrna. So what a drive for Ken Zimes. A bit of a controversial finish there, I think. That caution, that's going to be a heated debate among those playoff drivers, but you know, it's up for interpretation. I don't think that was quite cut and dry. You know, you can't say, oh, he shouldn't have been doing that or anything like that. You know, he was just racing.
See
And
everyone
he's
next
going to park in the victory lane, and we'll see if we can get a word with him here. If we don't, we'll get a word with P2. And if we can't find him, then we'll get a word with P3.
Him the fuck.
Alright, we'll talk to Quinn Newton in the meantime, in case we don't get Zimes in here. Hey Quinn, it's Lucas. Got me?
Yeah, I got you. What's up?
Hey man, well, you brought it home 3rd tonight. Great drive there at the end for you, man. Definitely what you needed in the playoffs. And looks like you're going to be advancing to the round of 8. So how does that feel, and how was the race overall for you?
That was actually really fun. The New Hampshire race kind of sucked, but that was actually some really fun racing. I was really struggling kind of in the corners there, but then I just kind of backed up the corner and let it roll a little bit. And I think I was running like 5th or 6th at that point, and I caught Patsy and whoever was in front of him. And then got lucky with Blake wrecking out there. Him and someone else got wrecked, so kind of coasted, you know, just kept it clean, got up to 3rd. I was going to give it a bumper for 2nd there, but I ended up hitting the wall on a 4, so ended up just, but 3rd's good. 3rd's good enough. Patsy and I we're like, hey, let's just, you know, finish 3-4 here and move on to next week. So, no, yeah, that was a fun race. We'll move on here and hopefully we can do something in the round 8. It's going to be, Patsy's got a big points lead, so that definitely helps him. I know I got a few extra points, and so does Clapper. So we'll see how it shakes out, but I'm excited for it.
Hey man, well, Lucky, you got anything to ask him here tonight?
Yeah. How difficult was it going from the mindset you had to go into New Hampshire with and change gears completely for New Smyrna afterward?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, we actually were talking about that. I was like, it was a total opposite. New Hampshire was like super loose, and this was like super tight. So I mean, it really took, you know, 2 different styles of driving there tonight. It was completely opposite. So I think it actually kind of made it a little bit more fun, honestly, because New Hampshire, I mean, there at the end, I was running like 4th, I think, and I wasn't even in the gas, and my car just spun on me. So I was thankfully able to save it and come home. I think what, 7th, but and this was just super tight. So running side by side, it was real hard to pass, and yeah, it was totally different, but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
For sure, man, for sure. Well, thanks for talking to us. Got anybody you want to shout out for the run?
You know, thanks Blake for not being very good and wrecking there for me, getting me a couple extra spots. I appreciate that. I know Patsy lifted just a smidge there for me when I pulled up in front of him, so thankful that he did not turn me into the wall there. And then you guys, appreciate the broadcast. I know it was a little bit of a longer night with us deciding to run 2 races, but we're back on schedule, and hopefully we can stay on schedule. And I think for the most part, everybody I talked to kind of actually enjoyed the 2 races tonight. So yeah, it was a good night.
Oh yeah, man, we had a good time up here. Thanks for talking to us again. We'll see you next week.
Sounds good.
All right, that was Quinn Newton, 3rd place finisher. I don't think we're really gonna work with the top 2, so good runs to them. Congrats on the win, Ken. And well, we're gonna close out tonight. Thank you everybody for watching. I'm Lucky. Also joined tonight by Lucky. Well, thank you, Lucky, for helping us out.
Not a problem. Maybe
And,
you'll get the nod next week as well. We'll see how it goes.
Absolutely, we're gonna be at Indianapolis Raceway Park next week, and I think we're also on. Should be a. I gotta go to bed. We'll be doing the street stocks here in SRL on Sunday, so make sure to join us for that. But that's gonna do it for us tonight. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.